hello, welcome, or welcome back. So, I'm truly, literally, and deeply and 100% going with the flow because it's raining. Okay, we have a little tropical storm going on, and so this will be. Oh, yeah, sure, let's do it like that. Um, this reading is about what does the storm has to say about your situation. Situations will be different. I am pulling out the cards as I go. Proof is I forgot to check the state of my hair before turning the camera on, which is kind of like a thing for me, but I also have to just follow the spark of inspiration when it starts. So, 2 groups only, 1 video. This is going to be a real and true pick a card because I'm going to show you 2 cards and you have to choose which one represents the group that talks about your situation. So group number 1 will have, is this focused? Wait. So I'm changing some settings, but I don't see this working really well. I think it's because the light is tamiz on English. It's like tempered. The light is low. So group number 1 has Hercules. Group number 2, you have, if my nail collaborates, Oxylos or Oxylos, as you want to pronounce it. I go with Oxylos because that's the original pronunciation. But you do you, boo. So, this was the group selection. Your welcome message. Let's jump right into group number 1. So, group number 1, I have a card for you on the back of the deck already. I don't know why I feel like I need to show this to you. Don't do this alone, ask for help. This can refer to different things. This can refer to you needing to push yourself a little bit outside of your comfort zone so that you can actually connect with energies and people and souls that can have a beneficial impact on your life. And this can also talk about I was getting something about you having to expand your vision when it comes to a certain situation. Like you feel, yes, you feel like you're in charge. You feel like there is something that you need to yell on your own in some shape or form. And I'm also getting that this feels like an ongoing cycle that you're going through, where, and I'm getting riding solo. You just end up deciding that you'd rather ride solo, and it's great. Yes, I see it right away because it's amazing because this way you don't attach yourself too easily to energies and situations that could hinder your progression instead of actually helping you. Now, you also need to understand that playfulness and your capacity to be not so serious about even serious stuff is exactly what's lacking from your process in order for you to manifest the best possible outcome. It's okay. I'm all of a sudden I'm taking out your clarifiers and I'm getting a heavier situation than just the average energy reading. So, and what's an average energy reading, by the way? Life can present multiple situations. So, this probably has a lot to do with, because I have this clarifier, they will pay for this. So I'm getting that there's a situation where, or rather a cycle, because we were talking about a cycle where, you know, that the minute you choose to ride solo, justice is going to be served. You don't even have to do too much. But it feels like the attacks here are a little bit out of control. And if you just stand still and observe, your silence can be misread as a green light to just take from you, and you need to be aware of this. Because if you are a sensible and smart person, you don't do certain stuff to other people. Unfortunately, if you're a sensible and smart person, you can always fall into the trap of not being smart enough to assume that not everybody functions like you. And so what you wouldn't do, someone else would. And that's the central dynamic of the issue here. There is a lack of open communication that is not even needed on your side. Like, you wouldn't go that far in a situation or in general or when it comes to trying to micromanage or even directly manage others. Like, if you know that someone is not attached to you, you just let that person be themselves. And I see that someone is a little bit too attached to the idea of receiving your approval or getting your attention. And it's like, some people just don't understand, you know? And I remember, okay, this is interesting, but let me take a sip of water. So, I remember meeting, because that was before we would get to know each other, meeting a guy and randomly discovering that that person existed. He was a part of the same local scene that I was a part of, and even though that was the case, it took a long time before we would actually is this gasoline I'm smelling? I'm sorry, like some weird smell came through, and as I said, not everybody is smart around, so I'd rather be suspicious than sorry, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, so, okay. Story time, I'll try to keep it short. This guy was a DJ, and he was very passionate about his craft, his hobby, or whatever he wanted to call that. And I remember having the chance to observe him while he was performing. And I remember being very struck by his gaze, the quality of the gaze in his eyes. And I remember having that, a very specific thought. Just learn about a quick trip inside of how my brain works sometimes. I remember thinking and wondering, rather, how would it feel to be looked at like that, like with that specific focus. And you know, eventually I found that, but this is not the point. The point is that that was like a light thought, okay, a fun thought that I had, because that was supposed to be a fun situation. I was not moved by the illusion, or rather the delusion, that that person or anyone in general should give me 100% of their attention all of the time. Like, it's simply impossible. Not even mothers do that. Not like, at some point, even a mom has to sleep. You know what I mean? Or or prepare something to eat. Like, even if you have the propension or the capacity or the will to give your 100% from a physical and alchemical point of view, it is simply impossible. Now, you need to understand that there is someone in your environment who is intrigued and very fascinated by how you look at things and the type of positive attention that you can give it to things. And you need to be careful about this type of energies, because they become addicted sometimes. And if you are very good at praising people, experiences, stuff in general, you need to realize that not everyone received enthusiastic, positive attention throughout their life. So if you are someone who is very expressive, you might encounter this type of energies who need to receive the type of attention, and it's not being given to them. And this is the thing, they think that it's because they are not doing enough. And you might not even need to look at someone for that long to know whether you want to praise them or just move on in a cute and fun way. But they think it's because you didn't understand their point enough, because you are not willing to listen. And it's like, I did. I've seen what I needed to see. Not everybody needs 100 seasons to figure out somebody. And that's it, basically. So I have this ambivalent clarifier, and I'm getting this is the energy that you were having to deal with, and that is causing you to go in these cycles where you feel compelled to proceed alone. But I do see that you have precious guidance hidden in your daily prayers, or just the moments that you take to meditate and consciously connect with yourself, your higher self, your spirits, your guides. Someone is watching you, and this person is not really okay with how much abundance you have in your life. Okay, so this person would love to know that you are alone and miserable and isolated, and you're just vibing even when you're alone. Like, you're vibing, you have your own space, you're confident through and through, basically. You're, yeah. I'm okay. This card talks about metamorphosis and transformation, and in this case, I see that this has a lot to do with embodying your shadow. This is not something that, in your case, depends on whether other people are dragging you are dragging your ass around or not. I don't know why I need to tell you to tell it like that, but apparently it was important. And yes, exactly. You drag yourself around. Like, even if when you have to and you don't want to, you still do it with confidence. Like, you wear it well. You're not just dragging your feet through situations and complain. Like, you're not a Debbie Downer. And this person might be like, this person complains a lot, this person has a lot. I'm getting, this person has a lot of, ooh, Okay. Spirit is being rude about this person, but they have a lot of like stagnant. The word that I was getting was putrid energy around their throat chakra. So whenever they want to express themselves, they only have access to certain codes. Like even when they have to talk about something that is extremely pretty, or that they should be more respectful about, they are very direct, but they don't. But it's a way of being direct that didn't dissect the situation properly. So it's kind of like the knee-jerk reaction of someone who doesn't really know what they're doing or in which direction they should rather kick or not, if that makes sense. So I have good food, and you basically need to train yourself, okay, because you're feeling this person's energy, and they don't like you. At some point they might even realize that they know that you know, like that. Yeah, they might eventually know that you know that they don't like you. And this person wants to make sure that because you don't agree with them, therefore you will not be able to have positive relationships in your life. And it's like, who the fuck are you? Exactly. You know? And so there is something that you need to be like these undertones, these shadows that this person is projecting onto you. This is something that you can repel and reject, and it has a lot to do with you defending your fun and lighthearted energy. The more you are able to just play the game of life and remove this person from your energy at every given situation. And even when this person is not around, I've done a similar reading a while ago, a few months ago. It's referred to a similar type of exercise, and it's about you acknowledging how peaceful and fun and lighthearted and dynamic and actually true to yourself things are whenever this person is not around. Why is this important? Because this person is trying to force themselves into your life over and over and over and over and over and over again. They just want to have this wow reaction out of you. You might have wowed this person in the past, and they just cannot swallow the fact that it's not mutual. Okay, like that you don't have anything that you genuinely admire. And so there's a difference between being real and being rude, because unless that person actually comes to you and starts acting like an ass, you have no reasons to go and try to make them sit down and try to make them understand everything that secretly, not so secretly, you don't like about them. Because why do they even need to know all of that? But I see that this person wants to know what do you think about them, but at the same time they can't really, like, they have an idea what you should think about them and you don't. They can't stand the truth of what you think about them. Like, they want you to feel a certain way and you don't, and that's why they can't swallow that, and that's why they cannot let go. They want to have this moment of truth, where you have a sudden realization of just how amazing they are and how big of an opportunity you are missing for not being around them. And you're like, I don't, like, do you have any fucking idea of how many people I let go? It doesn't take that long to figure someone out when you know where to look for. And this person probably doesn't, or they just can't picture a reality when the two of you are not connected, which is bizarre, because unless this person is like was formally legally binded to you, Why? There are not even practicalities. Pack your shit and go. Invest your time, not your money. Third eye chakra. Heal. Your energy is 10,000 times more valuable than this person could ever possibly be. And this is also something that they don't even have the capacity to see. I was correcting an article the other day, editing rather, and it talked about the need for certain energies to only be experienced from afar. Like, this is not the type of person who should be left in your vicinity, like, ever. They don't see you as fully human, and that is not necessarily a good thing, because this way they consider that like, it's not that bad if they act out of their ass with you. Like, it's not that much of a big deal, you know. It's like, to them it's the equivalent of bullying an animal. Like, who will complain, you know? But unfortunately, whatever it is that you do unconsciously and without respect bounces back in your ugly face. So this person is trying to play smoke and mirrors. Like, there might be consequences or the fruits of your energy that become visible around you. And so let's say that in order to attend a certain place, a certain event, a certain function, you choose to wear certain colors because you are aware of your energy. Or, I mean, it happens to me quite often. Certain attires are literally given to me. And this is the type of person who would rush to the store and try to find an even more expensive attire to compete. And it's like you do realize that it was not functioning the same way, right? But they don't, okay? They absolutely want you to have that, oh my god, you have that much, I'm so jealous of you, type of reaction. You don't give a fuck. They can swallow it, and they just go in cycles over and over again. And you need to realize that this is your chance to break a big cycle, because you isolating yourself is exactly what this person wants. Because in their sick mind, it means that they overpowered you, or they made you shy, or they made you feel insecure. You might just be taking a nap and they're giggling and lying to themselves and telling to themselves that they are super duper powerful or some shit like that. And so this person is triggering your patience over and over again, to the point where your usual strategy now has to be adjusted. And you are learning about, you are unlocking a new power, group number one. And it's the power of bringing other people into the conversation. Because this could just be about you opening up more to people that you actually trust. This could be about you finding the motivation. Like, yes, you might be tired, but then if you sit down and realize that you still have a long way to go, and the work is not going to get done on its own. So you might want to manage your energy better so that you can have more energy available at your disposal, and work a little bit harder just so that you can make sure that you can network more, even more than usual. And I see you receiving quite a lot of good offerings, so good job. Well done. I see that even when you will have fully move on, this person is still going to be in the background trying to mimic or trying to teach you how to be yourself but better, and they're just teaching you that some people are just worst at everything and it's fun. But as long as that rocks their boat, whatever. But you being able to observe it from afar is only going to be possible if you consciously grab new rocks and extract yourself out of the situation, because this person is sick as fuck. Like, if they could lock you in a room and just perform in front of you, like, this person has a fantasy where the two of you are locked inside of a place, and they showcase all of their best toys and all of their best clothing and all of their best moves, and you are like, wow, you're actually secretly amazing, and you realize that you let go of something special and you're just letting go of trash. But you need to realize this about this person, because they are relentless. Okay, so unless you take the conscious decision of breaking the cycle is going to try and recycle itself for decades, if let. So I'm going to wrap things up here for you, group number 1. I hope this gave you clarity, and if you feel called to, you can leave a comment down below so that you can help me confirm the messages. But it's most importantly for other people to find inspirations on the many different ways to read the energetic information accordingly to the practical situation. Bye.